Today at Lorenzo's Fast Flow. Lorenzo dynos a supercharged 565 big block Chevy engine.
Whoa.
Meanwhile, the team continues to work on no-nonsense, no-hows 396 cylinder heads.
Today, we're working on a 565 for Adam Weiser with an 871 supercharger. We bought a crab cap distributor for it, but it will not fit with his supercharger. So the only one that we could find that was small enough was a Mallory magnetic pickup distributor. The only part of it that we needed was the housing because it had a crank trigger. The HEI style caps we wanted to use did not work with that distributor housing. They used to offer a kit that had little brackets that you could put on the distributor that the new style cap would work on it, but that kit is discontinued. So I had to make those brackets and bolt them on and tap them. I got the distributor in, and of course the distributor was hitting one of the bearing caps on the back of the supercharger. So I had to take the bearing cap off and machine the bearing cap so that had clearance. We finally got everything to fit, and now we should be ready to get it started and make some pulls. Whoa. Almost 1,000.
Almost 1,000?
Yeah, 968.9.
So we should make over 1,000 probably.
It's gonna make over 1,000. The first pull went pretty good. We made 968 horse. For the second pull, we're gonna spin the blower a little bit faster because we're only making 8 pounds of boost. We went ahead and changed the bottom pulley from 49 to 52 teeth. That should give us another couple more pounds of boost and up to power. Doesn't like the race gas.
No? What did it do?
963. It wants to go up a little higher, but it doesn't like the race gas. Let me see what it did for. Boost went up 9.5 pounds, but it doesn't like the race gas. 9.5 pounds of boost. That's weird. Did the torque go up? Yeah, the torque went up 794 because of the boost, but the power is going down. Maybe it's starting to heat up. Maybe we have to put the alcohol in.
Right.
Probably starting to heat up the air.
Got it.
You have to spray some alcohol in it. Yeah, it got rich.
Yeah.
It got rich.
Yeah.
We can go down with jet.
Yeah.
Let's do that first. As soon as I started spinning the blower a little faster, it got too rich. So then we changed the jets. We went down 4 sizes in jet in the secondaries, and 112 octane fuel really didn't help because we were only going up to 10 pounds of boost, where with the compression we have in it, which is 8.5 to 1, we were fine with pump gas.
These are 84s.
Okay, we're gonna go to 80s. No better. 802, more torque. Made more torque. The torque straightened out. See, the torque is nice and straight now. Before it had dippiness to it. Torque is nice and straight, and this is going up. So it's at 970 horse. Now what we need is alcohol. It's probably just starting to heat up the air. We made another pull and it went right up to 970, but we still need alcohol injection because now that we're spinning the blower faster, the intake air temperatures are starting to get too hot. So we're going to put alcohol injection on it. You're ready to the very bottom. What the hell's that? Spring and leak.
Oh.
How did it pull this?
Why is that spraying right now?
Well, because it's connected to the battery, remember? Directed to the battery.
Yeah, but it should go through the computer.
No, it should go through the computer right now.
The boost hole is connected to the controller.
Yeah.
The system should engage, fluid should be atomized of the nozzle. If no injection occurs, check wiring ground system.
So, yeah, so you got to set that to 1 pound and you got to blow in it. What's that?
The light of the power supply.
That just dropped it. Yeah, it just totally dropped the leg. We're in the middle of working. All the lights went out, and here somebody hit a pole outside and took down all the wires. Thankfully, everybody's okay. Nobody got hurt. We got the power back on and put alcohol injection on it, and now we should be ready to make some pulls. We made the final pull and the alcohol kicked in at 5 pounds and intensified to 10 pounds. And as soon as we made that pull, it went right up to 1,020 horse. We're real happy with that. When he does want to go faster, we will change the fuel to alcohol and spin it up to like 14 pounds of boost, and he'll be up in the 1,250 horse range. While we're finishing up, Marco is working on Chris from No Nonsense Know-How cylinder heads. We got them apart, cleaned up and glass beaded, and they should be ready for me to start grinding when I get over there.
We're putting bronze liners in No Nonsense big block closed chamber heads. The bronze liner has a tapered end, so it's easier to install. You install it in the install tool, press it in to about 1/2 inch out. That way you can line it up with the guide, hammer it in. A lot of people will hammer it in flush with the guide on top and it'll stick out the bottom and then they cut it off at the bottom. I personally leave it 1/2 inch out on the top, whatever it comes out on the bottom, cut it off on both ends so the tapered end is completely cut off, because sometimes it's harder to hone with the tapered end in the guide. Then I use ball broaches which wedge out the liner to a size, and there's 3 different sizes stepping up. So you put the first one in, you can check the valve to see if you have enough clearance just for the valve to fit in it, and if you don't, you'll use the other 2 the same way and make sure the valve fits. Then I use a diamond hone to hone it out so you know that the guide is perfectly straight, and you'll know how much of clearance that you have using pilots for the exact size that you want.
Yeah, we're gonna need the things. Hi, Dominic here with Lorenzo's Fast Flow. Marco just installed the brass liners, and now it's my job to get the valves to seat properly so there's no leaks or any issues. I'm going to cut the valve seats in our Newen CNC valve seat cutter. I had to write a new program for these heads. For the intake, we had to open it up to a 2.190. I'm going to use the 45-degree angle as my seat reference, and we're going to do a 4-angle valve job. For the exhaust, we're going to do a 2-angle into a full radius. And after I'm done, it goes over to Lorenzo for his hand porting.
When we did the valve job, we did it with an 88% throat diameter, and we increased the valve size to a high-performance Chevy rectangular port intake valve diameter. So there was a fair amount of material removed during the valve job, and it makes it so I can shape the bowl correctly, because the heads originally did not have enough material under the valve, so the low lift numbers were horrible. See how I did the whole radius and I took the width out of it? Look how much material is over here now. It still has to come out. So you can see the radius and the turn coming into the short turn and all that. Okay, now look at this one that's not done. See how much has to be ground out of there? Now I'll grind this one. When we do this, you have to make an air entry going into the port, or else what happens is the air, when it comes in, it wants to go to the center of the port, wants to close it off. So the air has to hit this surface, go up and in. So on the exhaust side, we're really good too. At 500 lift, it's flowing 196. At 600 lift, it's flowing 209. And at 700 lift, it's flowing 221. So it's basically flowing 70% of the intake at 5, 6, and 700 lifts, which is really where we want it. So it was a fair amount of grinding, but the heads came out fantastic. We're flowing plenty of air to make the power levels that Chris is looking for. I'm excited about it. I can't wait to get it on the dyno.